Hey guys, good morning. I'm going to go over Dow Jones and EURUSD setups that I can look at for this morning. We didn't really get much on Dow Jones, so I think it makes sense to provide some feedback on what now I'm looking for here at 9:15 in the morning. We are clearly very extended. You see not that many lows to work with up here. The lows that I like to work with are all the way down here. If you also see this yellow line, this is a little flag that I'm kind of looking at for the past action from the few days ago and last week, just to kind of understand what we're doing. Maybe I'm looking at what was a resistance. We tried to break out multiple times. Eventually, we did break out from it. So now potentially this zone, this area right here, as we consolidate and pull back potentially a little bit for setups, could be a very high important area. Moving forward, what I need to see now would be some structure. I don't have enough really to work with up here for high quality setups. The first setup I see naturally would be a failed breakdown minus a dip in recovery of this level, but since it's only 7 point down, I don't really ideally want to see that. What I would be open to though is if we do sell down and we um, maybe tag this level but don't lose these lows, then it would be a dip in recovery, maybe a mini failed breakdown of this low, and I would be going long around 46.71-ish. Ideally though, we can lose this low right here around 46.64. Maybe set up a failed breakdown where we hit this, bounce up, and then go back down before setting a failed breakdown. If we don't, then maybe we can just undercut this, possibly as low as this minor level, and then make our way back up for a failed breakdown of that. If that doesn't work out, you obviously have some options here. You could go for a dip in recovery of this zone, but at that point, I'd probably wait for this area to recover as well, just because it's a little congested up here. Same goes for down here. You can work with a dip in recovery. I would need structure though. It's just a little hard to just go straight. But we will be selling almost 30 points straight down here. So at some point you can get a bounce. Just depends on if we get a nice clear setup for that. With all that said, ideally though, I would love to lose one of these lows, either this one or both, and set up a failed breakdown. Now, what I could anticipate is maybe we don't lose this low, but we get below this one. In that case, maybe we get as low as this yellow line, this minor level, and then we can go back and reclaim above. One can probably wait until about this level clears, just because I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 lows here. So I want to rather clear all these lows. Maybe this one's okay before I enter down there. So that's the ideal setup. If not, if we can keep selling, then over here will be even better. Then I'll be interested in going long above this failed breakdown low, and we have a little bit of a low as well over here. So there's a couple of different options here. Nothing sticks out yet. We need some more pullback, and from there we can determine what makes sense to move forward. Real quick with Euro USD, I did enter in the morning a little bit to add to my position, and I'm going to explain why. In my last video, I was talking about the breakout back test. This was a clear resistance. We sold from there. We came back, hit it, sold down, came back, pushed through. Naturally, I figured we would come back to test it, and we did. If you go to a 15-minute chart real quick, try to keep this clean as possible for you guys. We set a low here and bounced exactly at this level while I was sleeping. That's perfect. That went for almost 14 points. That's a good clear low. We lost that low at 3 o'clock, came and tagged this minor level for confluence, and then came back up to recover this level. We pushed through, and that long worked right off the bat. If you went long like around 1793, that went up 6-7 points, so that was a decent long. However, if you waited, we came back, accumulated a little more, and at 4:15 made the real push, and that went for way more. You're talking about almost 20 points, so that was a great long. When I woke up, I noticed that, and we came back down, have provided a little bit of a bounce here in this zone, and then one more little bounce here that provided some strength at 8:30. When I saw that, my mind said, okay, well, we're super bullish. I knew that we would backtest this area. I wouldn't be surprised if we can hold it with this last push. So I entered, and then that has worked out. I'm now waiting on more pullback, if anything. Otherwise, I'll let my runner hang. This is a kind of a reclaim level now. If we can get some good acceptance, which we just did, where we pushed through, came back down. So this push through here will target the next levels up on Euro USD. If we decide to sell, the obvious setups are right below. We have this new low from the morning. This low overnight is the one I'm really watching though. And if not, we can retest the Monday morning lows here on Euro USD.